Hello and welcome to GoldBoys Primetime. Hopefully my microphone works now. Covered for I tried to cover for Will Hill on the afternoon show and nobody could hear me. So here we are. Hopefully we're good to go. I'm Eli here with Nick Larson and Jerry. How we doing, boys?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Doing good.
Right on. Whole lot of baseball today. Is like two double headers, and then I think pretty much almost everybody else is playing. We have NBA playoffs obviously going on, some weird stuff and upsets going on early. I think we should talk a little bit about before we. Usually, I try to tell you guys when I'm going to throw a question like this at you. Before we get started, I don't know if you guys heard this. There was a weather delay yesterday causing some controversy. I think if nobody, if you don't know, Shohei Otani's lines were like really good, and I think they were really good because books knew, hey, he's pretty good chance this is going to be a rain out, so we're going to hang 6.5, 5.5, whatever it was at really good odds. Everybody jumped on it, and then there's the rain delay, and then all of a sudden, Shohei goes like 2 innings or something and doesn't hit his line. FanDuel comes out and voids the bets. Now I have there's obviously two heated sides to this. What are your guys' thoughts on that and the voiding situation as a whole? I lost like 30 followers on Twitter immediately when I tweeted something about it last night. By the way, just the warning.
I had Shohei. I took him 5 strikeouts in the win on DraftKings. It was like minus 115 or something. I took that, and I'd expected just to lose the bet. But the weird thing with that game was like, I don't know if it probably not at all, but if you're Boston and you have a chance where you can start the game, maybe get Shohei out of there. I mean, this is like super conspiracy, but I know this type of stuff does happen.
Yeah.
Start the game, there might be some rain, and you don't have who did Boston have going?
Brian Bayo,
yeah.
First start.
So you don't have you don't have your ace or anything going for you. So if you can wait it out, and then there's going to be a window later to maybe knock Shohei out, you don't really have to face him for 7 innings. But I just expect it to be a loss. I mean, a loss is a loss. You can't control weather. If you're on the other side of it, you're not going to be arguing it.
Yeah, 100%. What do you think, Jerry?
It was raining pretty hard. I don't know. If unless they can, they have some sprinklers going on in the stadium. But Brian posted something funny. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you guys are Office fans, but that episode where Dwight is stalling at the volleyball game by kicking the ball over the net. But yeah, I had Shohei too in a parlay. But it is what, like, I don't get involved in the void conversations. Call me whatever you want. I did it early in the beginning, way back, and I was like, this is a mistake. This is getting fucking annoying now because every time I'll get messages like, hey, tweet them to void the thing, and I'm like, no, I'm not. That's just, it's weird, Like, I understand you want to void, but I'm starting to really resent these people because I see their tweets and they're like, if you don't void, I'm going to DraftKings, or vice versa. If you don't,
hey, guess what? You can bet unders too.
Yeah, but you're not going nowhere. Shut the
right.
You know what I mean?
Like, if you're doing it right, you're still going to take the best lines. That's why. I mean, that's why we.
It's part of the inherent risk.
I'm affiliated with PointsBet. They've done some shady stuff. Hey, if they've got the best line, I'm taking the bet on PointsBet. And I like what both of you said. You expected the bets to lose, right? And I've always been in the camp of with the early injuries. Sports books make a ton of money. They can afford to void those bets. Somebody gets hurt in the first quarter of a basketball game. So I'm not mad at sports books if they do it, but also people begging for that to void. Like, no, your bet's still lost. So I see both sides of that. On that note, like in those situations, I actually get mad at seeing both sides of the extremes, right? Like people saying, "Oh, quit asking for the stop," that's stupid. Like, no, like it's fine. If the books want to do that, great. But also, you shouldn't expect it. Don't go crying, complaining when they don't void, because again, your bet lost. This one I think is different because, like I said at the beginning, I think the lines on Shohei were better than they would have been had it been a sunny day in August. And that should have been part of your handicapping process, right? So, when there is the weather delay that you were getting the better lines for, I think that bet should have lost. And Prospector Sam pointed out on Twitter, like, we used to have a lot more value, it seemed like, on lines, right? So I think it's situations like these that are kind of costing us that. We don't get the -110 money line or run line or whatever that maybe we would have gotten 2 years ago. And I think the voids definitely play a part in that. So I don't know. I just want to talk about it. We've talked about it enough. Any final thoughts before we start talking some games and some gambling here?
One more. You know what? Screw the people that also, after they do void the bet, start complaining also. Just shut up. Everybody shut up.
Yeah. Both extremes are wrong, right? There's, you can be pro or anti-void. Don't shit on people for being on the other side. Like, we're supposed to kind of be all on this together against the books, trying to take money from them, not rail on each other. That's what I've always said too. So I agree 100%. All right. I've got some looks that I like tonight. Obviously, it is Dinger Tuesday, so we're going to have to talk about that. I know I told Nick he had to have some Dinger plays. He already told me he doesn't, so if you want to blow him up on Twitter right now saying, he's a coward, whatever, I'm fine with it. You guys want me to start? You guys got spots you really like in the MLB, so we can't go through every game, but...
Yeah, I've got stuff I don't know what you have, but I have stuff in the Giants, Marlins, and Rays, Reds off the bat, so...
Go ahead. Talk about one. We're gonna get to sorry, real quick, Ricky. Thank you. I know you were in the chat earlier, helping out. And yeah, we're back. Mike's back. We're gonna talk. We're getting into the home runs right now. No dingers. Yeah, that's what I told Nick. That's what I told him. Go ahead. Sorry.
Hey, somebody's got to bet strikeouts.
I can't do it. I fucking lose every time.
Hey, I had Grayson Rodriguez up to 9 the other day, and he hit 8, so that was like plus 900.
You missed the 9 though. You suck.
I know. So in the Giants Marlins, I have my old system play with Arias not to strike out, which I think he's hit like 5 or 6 of these in a row now. So I took him not to strike out, and then I put that with the Cardinals at home against the Diamondbacks plus 1.5, and it's like even money. So I have that for the Marlins.
How many times have you missed that play this year?
I mean, he's only struck out in maybe like 3 games, and I think one of them I didn't play him.
How many times does it miss because of whatever you combined it with?
It hasn't.
Okay, so tell that, read that again, and like everybody should be tailing this. This is like Nick has found something here.
Luis Arias of the Marlins not to strike out. You can only do it on DraftKings. I think it's under batter props and then strikeouts, and then the Cardinals at home plus 1.5 against the Diamondbacks. It's pretty close to even money.
I like that. Yeah, that's been just a pure moneymaker for you all year. Something I was looking at in this game, I haven't taken it yet. I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it. Do the Giants not just have the clear pitching matchup here? Like, Cabrera's Wood is solid. He's a solid 2 or 3 guy. Cabrera, I don't know that he's on a lot of rotations. And you can get the Giants first half money line at -106, so close to even money.
Dude, you're going. I almost went the other way, man.
Really?
I love Cabrera. He's so bad at times, but he also, I think he has some of the nastiest stuff. But
yeah,
the problem is he can't throw strikes. So the Giants do. I mean, they're in like the top 3 in strikeouts. So
yeah, that's true.
If he can control his pitches, I think he'll be all right. But he could also, like you said, he could blow up for 5 runs easy by walking 4 guys like he has been lately. But there was times last year where he looked like he could be a number 2, but he just hasn't shown the consistency. So I see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, I think he's a lot like another guy that I want to talk about probably at some point, and my guy Josiah Gray, that his stuff is electric, but there's no consistency, right? So until they figure it out, I think they're essentially value in fading him, and maybe you could take Giants money line, same game parlay on FanDuel with the first half over or something like that, and then do the same thing coming back with the Marlins and the under, because I feel like that's probably how it has to go. I don't know, Jerry, you got anything on this game?
I don't have anything on this game.
All right, no dingers.
No, I'm not making that mistake betting a dinger every game.
Don't do that. Yeah, if you're listening, don't do that. I don't have any dinger looks in this game. I will take us to my damn Yankees. I'll take us to that game next, because I think there's a spot here that I really like.
You can't skip the Rays Reds, man.
Oh well, we'll talk about it. Okay, let's go to that one.
No, we can talk about your stupid Yankees.
Orioles will feast off great lefties. We're gonna get to that. I need to listen, guys. We're gonna talk about dingers. It's freaking Tuesday. What do you think this is? I might be the only person with a dinger play for you guys, but we're gonna get there. I'm gonna talk about it right now. Shohei Ohtani. I bet on his home run tonight.
Hopefully
but-
it doesn't rain.
Hopefully it doesn't rain. Yes, but if it rains and it voids, or if it rains and the bet loses because for some reason they don't let him hit, our bet lost, guys. Anyway, Clark Schmidt, I like the guy. I do. I think he's a bullpen guy. I think he's a righty specialist. He has nothing for lefties all year. I tried to talk about this on the lunchtime show today, but my mic didn't work. He does not have any pitch that scares a lefty at all right now. He's struggling with his fastball command also. Shohei has had a little bit slower of a start, but his exit velo has been trending upward just in the last like 3-4 games. So I took him plus 450 for a home run on Barstool. And I took his two total bases plus 120 on MGM. He's also obviously got the short porch in Yankee Stadium. I love that spot. Damn, Paranormal drinks Pepsi over Coke. That does, my trust level in Jerry is low anyway, but the Pepsi over Coke thing, I agree with you.
I am a Coke guy. Jersey Mike's, for some reason, refuses to sell Coke. And they're like, we have Diet Pepsi. I'm like, all right, I guess,
All right, that's allowed then. I also think this is a really good spot for Aaron Judge. If you just want, I think there's going to be several home runs in this game regardless. And if you're looking at just kind of a Dinger Tuesday game to target because you get those credits for every single home run hit. If you don't like Ohtani, bet on Aaron Judge. On the other side, what's that guy's name? Suarez, Jose Suarez. Also struggles against righties. Aaron Judge, is Aaron Judge. It's like plus 220 or 240 or something on FanDuel. But if you want to get your $25 home run bet in, you don't trust Ohtani. I think I would take Judge. What do you guys think about this game?
So I bet Ohtani earlier this morning. I saw it was plus four and change. I said, wait a second, wait, and I checked the pitching matchup, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, why is he so high right now? You would think it's Prime DeGrom on the mound right now, and plus it's that short porch is it's a little league stadium. I don't care what you say about it. Plus,
right
I just want to add something here. Did you see what your stupid team wrote on Twitter today?
No.
They're celebrating their 100th anniversary being at home. They just got a new stadium in 2009. I don't care if you call it the same thing. It's not the 100th anniversary.
It's across the street, Jerry.
They're a bunch of morons. Run by a bunch of morons. That whole franchise. I can't emphasize that enough. I hate them more than Al Qaeda, and I will. Let me stop. But hear me out, because I got to be the irrational idiot that's gonna bet something stupid, right? This is what I'm here for. What about Judge and Ohtani? They go yard twice each in this game. Would you think that's worth 100 plus 130? No, I'm lying.
How much does $1 win?
Whoa! Settle down.
Like $1,300.
Settle
Yeah,
down.
yeah. While you're looking at that, Jersey Mike's so damn good. I have had it like once. I don't know. Everyone on Ohtani and Jordan, does that make you worry about also taking it? Maybe a little bit, but me and Jerry were both on it early this morning. So we were doing it before it was cool. So like you're probably getting less value for taking it now. But no, that in itself doesn't scare me away in baseball, at least. In NBA sometimes it does. But go ahead. What were the odds?
For them to go yard twice in this game, plus 65,000.
So $1 wins you $650.
Yes.
I'm in.
I think that's worth $1.
That's worth it. That's worth $1. Yeah. Because again, both of these guys have a crazy good pitching matchup. Honestly, Suarez, I think he spent some time in the bullpen, right, Nick? Or that's Ranger Suarez in Philly.
Yeah, that's Ranger.
For who? So Ohtani and Judge both to hit 2 home runs is like $650
plus 65,000.
Yeah, it's $1 to win $650. Yeah, I like that. Especially
ESPN would cream their pants if that happened.
They would. We'd be seeing, the Shohei and an Angel or in pinstripe mock-up, which isn't going to happen, and all that. That would be huge content if you're into conspiracy theory gambling. I'm in. I like that. I might put $2 on it actually, if they'll let me. Nick, anything on this game?
I've got nothing. I looked at Clark Schmidt a little bit, but like you said,
Mm-mm.
I just can't trust him.
No, not with some of those lefties in that lineup. I don't think. He might figure it out. You guys get. Oh, you want to go to the Rays game next? Go ahead. What's
Yeah.
your Rays pick?
Rays. So I chickened out the first time with in his debut of Taj Bradley against the Red Sox. I was like, I think it was 3.5 or 4.5 strikeouts, and he had 8 in his debut. I'm gonna take his ladder against the Reds. It was 4.5 minus 110, 9 strikeouts was plus 1,500. Um, Reds, the lineup that they put out, huge K rates versus righties, and Bradley's obviously a righty. He has plus fastball, plus cutter, and a really good curveball. So he's probably going to go, I would say, probably 80, 90 pitches. He went 75, I think, his last start, but just in a really good spot against this Reds lineup. And even if he gets roughed up a little bit, I still think he can hit the 5. So just like this spot for him.
Yeah. I don't like I said. You text me earlier about this, and I was like, dude, literally, I don't think I've bet maybe like
It's
6 or
only
7
second start.
strikeouts. This season, I think I'm 0 for literally on every single strikeout line I've taken. So like, you don't want my advice? That sounds great to me though. I'm in. Yo, you want to give your system play for the Rays that I know you got?
Speaking of strikeouts,
Okay.
the only guy who's come through for me in strikeouts this year is Senga from the Mets, Kodai Senga.
Oh, dude, I take him every time. Every time.
He's come through every time. Other than that, like I'll have DeGrom. He exits with an injury. Like Shohei comes out because of the rain delay. It's been an absolute mess. So I've been staying away. What about a Rosarena? He's going versus a lefty. He has a lot more pop versus lefties. I got a little upset because I saw he's 2 for 3 with a home run versus Lodolo. So it's like, everybody's gonna be. They see that everybody freaks
Everybody
out, and it's
jumps on
like,
him.
I got to take this guy. He had 3 at bats and he hit a home run off of him. It's like,
Yeah.
I could give a shit less about that, but he does have more powers versus. I'm waiting for Randy Rosarena to be a 25 to 30 home run guy. I feel like
He's got it. Yeah.
he has it in the tank, and he started off nice. He has 3 home runs to start the season. I'm looking for some consistency, and if you're gonna get some consistency, obviously the odds are gonna drop. He's not quite there yet. You're still gonna get plus 500 for him today on DraftKings. I think it's worth a shot, and if he does go on a little run, gets more respect. Obviously, the books will respect him more. You're not gonna see those numbers no more. So plus 500 is worth it for me.
And I like Lodolo. His stuff is filthy. His strikeout line is always crazy because of that. But
Not tonight. It's not.
is it? What is it?
5.5.
Yeah, the Rays don't really strike out though. So I see that. But as hard as he throws, he throws really hard, right?
Yeah, his problem is control and pitch count. Like he racks up pitches really quick. So
Yeah. Well, what I was trying to get to is as good as and as nasty as he is, he's not incapable of giving up home runs, especially like you said. I've been tracking Rosarena really closely too. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good look, especially if you're just kind of looking for Dinger Tuesday plays. Hurt says, I know JD has been big on the 3 amigos: Yankees, Rizzo, Judge, Stanton. Stanton is out for a while. It's probably going to be, might be the All-Star break. Kind of copied his strat on other teams. Yeah, and I think Gleyber Torres is kind of heating up a little bit in that lineup. Honestly, I think we're gonna see a run of a few home runs in a couple weeks from that Volpe kid. They're batting lean off now too. Also said he smacked the Mets last week. Pete Lindor and Marte 4 bases and home runs. $2 paid 700. That's pretty sick. Good call, man. Are you playing the bases RBI thing here?
I actually wasn't gonna do it this game.
I'm not gonna force you to.
I was worried that Randy was gonna hit a bomb, and then so I'm just gonna stick with. It'll probably end up hitting anyway, but I'll probably stick with the Rosarena home run.
All right. Fano official asking about Seiya Suzuki bomb. I do have a play on that game. So we can go to that one next. Does he likes him over Wisdom? With Wisdom, he says feels like Wisdom has homered the past 5 games. Actually, I think it's 4 out of 5, and I'm betting on Patrick Wisdom. I don't think Seiya is a bad bet. I just feel like as when a guy has a bat that's that hot, like especially getting, I think I got him at like plus plus 400 on PointsBet or plus 390 on FanDuel, like I've got to go with that. Especially since it's in Oakland, like it's just hard to hit one out there. But I'm not mad at you about Say either. It's Waldichuk. That's yeah. I'm trying to find all my stuff and stay focused here. Waldichuk gives up so many home runs, so many hard hit balls. He's given up 17 home runs. No, 17 hits. Seven
17 homers.
7 home runs in the last 8 2/3. So that's close to 9 home runs per 9 innings, which is bananas. He is back at home in Oakland, which again it's kind of hard to hit one out there, but I am on Patrick Wisdom personally. He's just been he's been destroying the baseball, man. That's who I'm not mad at you for Suzuki either. I'm take both. I don't care.
Suzuki's due.
Yeah,
he's due. What he hit a home run one of the first games, right, of the season. That's it.
Something like that. I can give you nerd numbers here in a minute. I had to restart my computer and make all my shit work. But you got anything on this game? Either of you?
I'm done. I'm done with waiting for Dansby Swanson to hit his first home run. I officially call it quits. Throwing it in the white towel. I'm done.
Fair. Nick?
Which means he's gonna hit one.
Which
today,
means we should all bet on him. He's definitely
going
I won't touch it. Go ahead.
Nothing, Nick.
No, I got nothing on this one.
All right. Well, fine. What else you guys got? I've got a few things. I can keep going, but I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. We got a question on a Reynolds home run, so I'll go to that game next. I do have a play on that one.
Can you give me some nerd stats on the A's and their strikeout rate right now?
So I've got them versus lefties. So I like looking at what I call the true K percentage, which is basically a percentage of strikeouts per 9 innings. So 27 outs in a game that are going to happen, or 24 if they're the home team. I look at the percentage of those outs recorded by the strikeout. So if 27 outs, let's round up to 28 outs somehow. 14 of those outs, if they're strikeouts, it's a 50%, what I call true K percentage. I've got the A's at the 13th most true K percentage against righties and the second most against lefties. So kind of middle of the road by my metric for against righties tonight. Why? What are you looking at?
I mean, Stroman looks so good. He looks like an artist out there the first couple games, but that's just who he is. It's he's not gonna overpower you with a fastball, but he is an artist over there. So
his strikeouts have been up too. He's been really good.
Yeah, he's just hitting every spot. It's like it's a pleasure to watch him pitch, and I'm not just saying that because he's one of my favorite players, but he is honestly I follow his workout, his off-season workouts, and everything like that. The guy puts in a ridiculous amount of work, and it's really paying off this season. So you could get some good value. I mean, 6 strikeouts at almost even money.
It's 5.5. That's what I was gonna say. I thought they might hang a 6.5 here on us. Again, my strikeout plays have been terrible. With that caveat, 5.5 feels like it should be 6.5 with a little bit of juice there. It feels like 6.5 minus 125 or something should be the line to me. Especially if you again look at this matchup. I like Waldichuk. I think his stuff is okay, but I could easily see this Cubs team being up 4-5-0 by the 4th inning, and at that point, you probably just let Stroman ride, and A's are checked out, and he might go deep in the 6th, 7th inning. I don't know, Nick, you're the strikeout man. What do you think?
It's hard for me to bet his strikeouts just knowing his past, but he's looked like a different pitcher, like Jerry said this year. Like I watched him against the Brewers in opening day, and he just dominated them. So I don't mind it. The A's can strike out. So
his splits for like lefty righty splits are literally it's almost perfectly identical. 32 at bats versus lefties, 5 hits. 30 at bats versus righties, 5 hits.
It's been like you said, it's been his control. He's been hitting all his spots.
Every spot with good movement. 10 strikeouts for lefties, 10 strikeouts for righties, and almost the same amount of at bats. Like you literally can't do this any more perfect.
A couple things in chat. I'm a Blue Jays fan. I hate Stroman. That's fair. I hate the Blue Jays. I'm going to have a Blue Jay pick here in a minute you might like, though. Do you think the new rules have helped the batters or pitchers so far? I think we're all in agreement that it's been helpful.
It has not helped Alek Manoah, I can tell you that.
Alek Manoah, I won't say anything, I guess, because we got a Blue Jay fan in the chat, but that guy stinks. I think we all think it's it's trending towards hurting the pitchers. And somebody else said, who do we like in the Yankees game other than Otani purely for narrative? I'm not taking Otani for narrative. I actually I liked Jays never have good pitching. What? What are you talking about, man? Alek Manoah and Kevin Gossman's supposed to be the second coming of whatever. I hate the Blue Jays. Shohei Ohtani's been hitting balls hard. He's in the last I don't know 3-4 games other than the game he pitched, which me and Jerry talked a little bit about. He's had at least one ball over close to 100 miles an hour, right at 99.6 or over 100. You put him up against a guy who has nothing for left-handed hitters. I'm not going to go through all this and give him a short punch to right field. I'm not taking a Shohei for narrative at all. I'm taking the match. I'm taking the numbers, and I was on that before anybody else other than maybe Jerry. So relax with that narrative thing. But yeah, Otani and Judge, I think is who I like in that game.
Did his odds get tanked since this morning? His odds got tanked, right, since this morning?
Probably because everybody was on it. If we open up the Pickett Sports app, use code GoldBoys or Nick Larson, we can check that line. I got him at open. Can somebody check that? I took him for plus 450 on Barstool. I think he was around like plus 400 on FanDuel. That was this morning. But
I think I got him at 435 on DraftKings.
Yeah, so maybe come down a little bit. I don't know if you're on Barstool or not, but okay. I don't want to talk about the Yankees game anymore because they're probably going to lose, and it's going to just be a double whammy of ruining my night.
I hope so.
We've also talked about baseball for a while now.
I got one last play for baseball.
I've got several, so go ahead.
Oh gosh. Eovaldi strikeout ladder. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but their last starters, DeGrom hurt last night. John Gray hurt his last start. Heaney only went 4 innings. Perez only went 5 innings. Facing the Royals, who he just had 7 strikeouts against. He had 7 strikeouts his last start against them in 2022. The line right now moved down to 4.5. It's super juice, minus 164. But I took the over 5.5 and up. So that's 5.5. So 6 is plus 138 up to 9 strikeouts plus 1,100. He's had 6 or more in each of his first 3 starts this year. I think even if he get last start, he gave up runs to the Royals, but he still had 6 strikeouts. They're going to need him to go 6 to 7 innings tonight, I think. And he's the type of guy that can go out and give you the innings that you need. And this Royals lineup, tons of strikeouts in it.
Not a whole lot that scares you, honestly.
No.
Salvi Perez is playing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that analysis a ton. Again, my strikers have been horrible, but you've got to figure that even if he gives up 3-4 runs through 3-4 innings, like
they got to
what
ride
else
him.
are they gonna do?
Yeah, they used all their long relievers already, so
right.
And Brian's on this as well, so we're probably doomed.
Oh
but
yeah.
Who knows?
You got anything on this game?
No, but do you put any stock into weather?
Extreme in the extremes.
If it's raining,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, like I look at these like numbers. Like I appreciate Ballpark Pal. Like, they put out their weather things, but unless I see something crazy, I see a lot of people like I'll bring up a home run or something, and they'll tweet the link and they'll be like, "Yeah, but look at the weather." I'm like, the dude. All right, he was gonna hit a 435-foot bomb. Maybe that'll be a 428 feet. You know what I mean? Like I think people put a little too much stock into that kind of stuff. If the guy's gonna hit the ball hard, he's gonna hit it hard. There's certain situations though where you watch the game and you see a guy looks like he launches a ball and it's on the warning track where the wind is pretty extreme. Some of these ballparks they're off rivers and stuff, and that wind is pretty insane. But other than that, nah.
Why? Who are you looking at? Is
no,
that just a general question? Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Like I do look at Ballpark Pal. I need to see like minus or plus like at least in the 20s for me to really take into account, because then that's when we get to the extremes. I think like you were talking about, like a plus 30% or a minus 30% for a home run. Then it's like, okay. But also, like, I've kind of been messing around with my own weather stuff, like trying to pull that data. And I think because of when he pulls that data, sometimes it's just dated. Like it was showing the Red Sox wind yesterday morning blowing in was like minus a ton, and at game time when I ran it, it was actually blowing out. And you saw some balls just get crushed. So, like, if you see something extreme like that, I would say double check it. And nothing against Ballpark Pal. Like I said, I think he's pulling the forecast, and you know, we all know about weather forecasts, right? But even if you see something like that, double check it and make sure that it's that it's real time accurate.
By the way, your favorite stadium, Oakland, minus 37. They have projected home runs.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna still take that wisdom to hit a bomb. Russian baseballs. Okay, I do have a couple more spots that I really like. I don't know if I tweeted this out last night. George Springer had one of the worst BABIP or batting average balls in play night ever. He hit. Let me pull this back up. Sorry. He hit 3 balls that were just absolute piss missiles and had nothing to show for it. Hit a ball 105 miles an hour, 26 degrees. It went 407 feet for a flyout. He had another ball, 103 miles an hour, 33 degrees for a 381-foot flyout. And then he hit another 109-mile-an-hour line drive. And they were all 3 outs. So that's just the definition of due to me, and I tweeted out last night. He could be facing Nolan Ryan with the mountain like 10 feet away, like in Antarctica. I don't give a shit. Like I'm taking him for a home run. I'm taking his total bases. So I took Springer plus 360 on Barstool for a homer. I don't know. I don't have it written down what his total bases were, but I think it was plus money, plus 105, plus 110 somewhere in there on one of the books. I'll tweet it out. That's wild to me. That is one of the most unlucky nights I think you can have in baseball. So believe in do, don't believe in do. That guys do. Any thoughts on Springer or that game in general?
The last time that you said Vladdy was due, Springer went yard. So what I'm gonna do here is, since you're saying Springer is due, I'm gonna bet Vladdy tonight, and I guarantee you I win.
I guarantee you I win. Okay, so we just bet both. All right, I'm in. Anything else on that game? I got a couple more I can fly through. Okay, fine. Another dinger spot I like. Somebody asked about Reynolds. He's cooled off a little bit for me. He started out, the first he was the MVP, I think, other than maybe Duvall in Boston, of the first week and a half of baseball. He's cooled off a little bit. That's not a bad look though. I don't know. Somebody posted the odds, I think, maybe for Reynolds. It was plus 360 this morning on Barstool. That's not a bad look. He hasn't been as hot, so I think you're still kind of getting that lower value from that start he had, and I don't love it as much. But
I love it against Urania though.
Who?
Urania pitching against him is terrible.
Yeah, he's not good. So I don't hate that play. I am on the old man, Andrew McCutchen though. This guy, hang on, let me back up. But I had to go to Walmart. So
You're on McCutchen tonight?
Yeah, I'm on him again.
He's not playing, is he?
Shit! Don't take him then. Never mind. Take Reynolds. My analysis. Got anything on this game?
I'm not taking McCutchen. I know that.
It's not a day game, so I'm not going to take Jack Sawinski. Even though he went yard yesterday, good for him. I think this kid's going to be special at some point.
Jack Sawinski.
He's gonna be a good power hitter. Like he's gonna be one of those guys that who can I compare him to? He's gonna be a low average, high home run guy, like 30, 35 home runs with like a 220 average. You know what I mean?
Rowdy Velez.
Yeah.
Stanton.
Like a Lucas Duda, like a vintage Lucas Duda. You know what I mean? But Brian Reynolds, I bet him yesterday and he didn't come through. I hate chasing. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where like, I pick a spot for a guy, he doesn't hit it, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to run this back because now I'm going to be down even more, But
and then he hits a homer.
He's probably going to go yard today because I'm probably going to stay away from him.
Here's real quick, who just fresh because I like Nick said, I think that's a guy we can target on the map.
I don't know how you don't bet Chris Bryant for 2 bases. He's hot right now. He's looking very comfortable. Yeah. Very comfortable.
Was last night actually his first home run in that stadium as a Rocky?
Yeah.
I didn't put that together, and I made a terrible bet and bet on it to go yard, and he hits one out. It's like, all right, I guess I'll just take that and run. Um,
Somebody asked me on Twitter, they're like, "Do you have a home run bet for the?" Mind you, I'm gonna add this context that I missed all my home run bets yesterday, and he tweeted me, he's like, "You got any home run bets for the game?" I'm like, honestly, it's chalk, but I would take Chris Bryant.
I think I
I don't
saw
bet
that.
it.
Dude,
I
you
don't
just
bet it.
take all my plays, dude.
I don't bet it. He bets it. He's at the game. He's celebrating. He's showing me a video, and I'm sitting there like an asshole that just lost all his money today, and I didn't bet it. Unbelievable.
Just scrolling through hard hit balls for Pittsburgh. I mean, Brian Hayes hit 3 over 100 miles an hour a couple days ago. I don't know if that's the look to play. Carlos Santana, Yuan Bay, balls hard a couple days ago. I mean, I think if you want action in this game, I think it's Reynolds and the odds are for guys, but Bay
Let's
or
take a
Hayes
look at
potentially worth a look.
Key Brian Hayes to score a run and Brian Reynolds to drive him in, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a good way to attack. It's not a Dinger Tuesday play, obviously. So
The Jerry special.
yeah,
I love this bet.
That might be something I'm on with you. Got to be. It's got to be a plus money somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, it'll be plus money. Let's see, run an RBI.
Checking that on Pickett Sports app potentially. To download that, use code GoldBoys or Nick Larson. Also download Boom Fantasy. Thank you to GoldBoys.com. Code
plus
GoldBoys
140.
That's not bad. I like that a lot. I'll be on that. That was Brian Reynolds RBI and
Key Brian Hayes to score a run.
Brian Hayes to score. Yeah, I think you just have to target your hand. Okay, real quick, we got 20 minutes ish left, and talked about baseball all the time, or baseball games, so whatever. I'm thinking about Volpe at plus 750 for a home run. I haven't taken it yet. I'm thinking about it. Jaime Candelario, Dean Kramer stinks. So I'm not on his home run, but I think I am going to be on his total bases for plus 140 on MGM. Let me see. And Matt Olson, I doubt these odds are still here. Is he playing? Hopefully he's playing. I took Matt Olson for a home run at plus 475 on DraftKings. It's plus 440 on FanDuel too. Anything else baseball wise?
That 2 home run bet went down from plus 65,000 to plus 45,000. And I didn't bet it yet.
There's like 20 people watching the show, so maybe they took it. One of the viewers just put like $100 on that. Probably what happened.
God.
I said Volpe as a troll. He's overrated right now, but he's gonna get it together. So actually, he's starting to put it together. If you look at the slash line last like week or so, he's coming along. He started out really slow. All rookies kind of do. I like his matchup, and he's always gonna get pitches to hit when he's in front of Aaron Judge. So how I'm looking at it.
Before we wrap up baseball, I got two things I want to run by you. First, how do you feel about the triples market? Is there a way to get an edge and bet on triples? It's like such a weird thing. Like, it's kind of fluky. Like a guy like Volpe, good speed.
I did bet his triple the other day, and he should have had a triple in his first at bat, and he only got the second somehow. I don't know. Nick, talk about triples while I look up some numbers.
Talk about triples.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could bet triples. I'll start with that.
You can on FanDuel, and the odds are usually crazy.
I would guess they are. How many triples does a leading guy have in a season?
So
you lead the league with how many triples?
I would say, I think Jose Reyes, when he was like getting a lot of triples, when he was leading the league, it was around like 20. I want to say.
I was gonna say in the teens, high teens, maybe.
It was like 18 to 20. That was like the high end.
This year and last year combined, there were 28,201 singles, 8,684 doubles, 5,720 home runs. How many triples do you guys think there would be?
400.
692. But I mean, they're obviously way less likely to happen. But I do like that as a lotto play sometimes, because you're getting plus like probably 2,000, 3,000. I think I took Volpe at plus 3,300 or something. So, if you put, I like betting bets like that to win one unit, right? So at that point you're putting like 0.05 or 0.03 whatever of a unit on it. So, as long as you're not betting it expecting it to hit every time you do, then yeah, I do think
I feel like it's one of those bets where you just can't predict it, and you're just basically saying, "I'm gonna throw away my money, and hopefully something comes out of the garbage can again." That's just my thoughts on it. I just wanted to hear what you thought about it. Now next, I was looking yesterday. I'm like, just trying to think of like a low, like 25-cent lotto if you want to have some fun. I'm like, maybe there's something up to like the 3 RBI market. Like you
Yeah.
expect the guy to have a big game. These numbers are pretty good, I think. I mean,
Wait, fan official said I'm on Vogelbach triple.
plus 10,000.
Go ahead.
I already took that parlayed with a stolen base, so
Oh God. For example, Shohei tonight is plus 1,400 for 3 RBIs. And yesterday I'm looking, I'm like, because I took Austin Riley 3 RBIs. He hit a 2-run bomb, and I don't think I shut the game off after that. I was like, because I had it in a parlay, but I'm like, I'm looking at all these guys. I'm like, I see 3 RBIs in this game. This guy has 4 RBIs, and guys that are like, it's kind of making sense where like these guys are getting good odds, and good in the right pitching matchups. You're gonna get the lowest in this game, for example, is Aaron Judge at plus 850 because he is nerfed to death in everything possible in life. Uh, but you could get a good guy for like Shohei plus 1,400 if you want to put like a round robin together. That's not bad, you know. If you want to sprinkle something small just to see, I think that's gonna be something.
Yeah, I like that as well, and I would like Shohei tonight too. Not for a narrative play, whoever said that in chat, because I actually like.
I don't
real
believe in
real
that
quick,
narrative.
any just random guesses who leads the league triples this year and last year? How many for bonus points?
Um,
Time's up. I have Ahmed Rosario at 10 triples combined this year and last year, and then I have Nemo and Quan both at 8.
Quan.
Yeah, the GoldBoys handicapper. All right. Anything else MLB wise, or just Dinger Tuesday wise? Anything else you want to talk about? Rays finally lost. Phillies stink. I think. The NL Central is gonna be hell, or is it the NL East? Whatever. Those Phillies in the East or something.
East.
NL East is crazy. All right. Basketball. Thank you, Pickett Sports. Thank you, Boom Fantasy. Got some games tonight. Nick, I like talking shit about your Bucks. Are they in trouble? Lost home field advantage. Home field. We're talking about baseball. Home court.
field.
Home court. The Knicks kind of steal one from Cleveland. I think the Knicks have been a team that have underperformed a little bit all year. Maybe they're finally finding their stride. Cavs maybe a little overrated. I don't know. General thoughts on NBA. There are 3 games tonight we can talk about a little bit, but
I mean, as far as the Bucks, I'm not too worried. Heard something today where the Bucks have the worst opening games record, I guess, out of all the playoff teams. They're just really slow starters. If Giannis is out, they're probably toast. But I mean, I don't think the Heat are going to also shoot 60% the whole series. They'll figure something out. But yeah, we can
honestly,
talk about
as much shit as I've talked about the Bucks, I would love for them to sweep. I hate the Heat.
I do too.
First to score 10 points. Talk about why Adley. I'm also on Adley Rutschman. Real quick. Yes, I'm on Adley Rutschman. Also, great matchup. I love it. Plus 600. You got it. I think I got it plus 525. So that's gone up. Hopefully he's still playing. Nothing else changes. I love that. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry. First to score 10 points. Who are you talking about? Him, Tim? Heat culture, baby. Ricky. I don't know, man. They play tonight, right? Is there? Wait. I'm confused. No. Nobody talk about basketball, so I don't have to. I don't pay attention to this shit.
We got Hawks, Celtics, Knicks, Cavs, and Clippers, Suns. Eli.
Well, all right. So it's kind of nasty because like the Hawks could lose by 40 today. They could have lost last game by 40 easily. I think the Celtics were up 30 points at one time. And the only reason the Hawks came back in that game because the Celtics started playing like a rec league team and just like really took their foot off the gas. Like honestly, now they're talking about, yeah, we got to keep our foot on the gas this game. And I'm like, oh my God, what are they going to do to the Hawks tonight? You know, it's just they cannot stop anybody at the rim. And when you can't stop people at the rim, the Celtics have enough 3-point shooters. to make you pay. It's just it could be absolute chaos tonight. I really don't like the blowout potential of this game. I'm gonna take something simple. I'm gonna take just for some action on this game. I'm gonna take Derek White and Jaylen Brown parlayed for 2 threes each at -107. Just to have some action on the game. I really don't have a lot of interest in it because of
Same.
just the absolute uncertainty of this potential blowout. You know what I mean? If the
Yeah.
Hawks do completely change their game and look actually like they could stop the Celtics, I'll eat it. You know, I'll eat it. But they are probably gonna get creamed tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think that is the way you attack that. I think Tatum does have a big night, but yeah, at 30.5 with a lot of potential, I don't. So if you want to bet on this game, I think you do something like that at least, where you take 2, pay for
Low
1.
end props, yeah.
Gotta get to even that. Anything else on this one before we go to?
No, it's just a terrible. It's like the worst case scenario for the Hawks. This matchup against the Celtics, they just don't match up well at all.
Do the Hawks really match up well? That's just such a weird roster control. I don't know if they really match up well. Very many.
They got to blow up that team.
What's that? Yeah.
they did.
I'm surprised they didn't already. Yeah, they should get swept. The average differential of 15-20.
Yeah.
All right, Knicks Cavs. Anything on this one? I was looking at what was I looking? Donovan Mitchell's line was like 32.5 this morning. He's averaging 41.5 in his last 5 games. Probably going to be a little bit fire under his ass after their drop game 1. Probably going to be shooting a bunch. That's maybe how I'm probably not betting on NBA. They do something crazy like several 40-point scores or something, but Donovan Mitchell sticks out to me a little bit. You guys got anything on this one?
Yeah, his 5 threes are plus money. He just took 16 threes, right? Was it 16 last game? 16? I mean, 5, and he didn't shoot efficiently either. He could hit who knows how many, but he's going to take a step back. He's not going to shoot as much this game. He needs help. The poor guy needs help. He needs somebody to step up around him. The thing I don't like about these games, especially like Knicks Cavs, it's like you're watching 2 slugs go at it. You know what I mean? It could be very, very slow, and for that, I don't like a lot of overs, but I will always bet a power forward to score threes against the Cavs. I don't care what part. If there's a shooter out there, a big man shooter, I am betting him against the Cavs 10 out of 10 times. Julius Randle shot 10 times, 3 for 10. I think he shoots a little better here. His line is 3.5. The Knicks as a whole shot terribly. That game was fucking horrible. But I think that Julius Randle steps up here. Brunson went off when he was available to play because he was in foul trouble. But Julius Randle has to step up here. He has to hit his shots. He's going to be open for 3. They just don't protect the 3-pointers.
He ain't scared to shoot either, Jerry, at all.
What's that?
He's not scared to shoot either. He could take 6 in the first quarter.
Yeah, when he's feeling it, that's when you know. When Julius Randle hits his first 2 threes of the game, he is going to take at least 12.
Exactly.
That's just how it works. He didn't have his best game. He still shot 10 threes. So if he hits a couple early, he's going to get some open looks. I put a little. I sent it to you in Discord. A little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 action. But I don't know if you want to post it up there. It's just a little lotto. You know, it's Donovan Mitchell 5. I'll say it. Just you don't have to post it. Donovan Mitchell 5 threes, Julius Randle 4 threes. Hold on, now I got to pull it up again because you are incompetent. There it is. Donovan Mitchell 5 threes, Julius Randle 4 threes, Darius Garland 3 threes. Darius Garland has to step up here. Quentin Grimes 2 threes, very doable. Jalen Brunson 1, obviously the super chalk just to make it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully that doesn't burn it. Plus 2,000 odds. I mean that's solid. Everything should be in range. Like you look at this ticket, every player should be at least close. You know, I'll take it for plus 2,000 odds.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. Somebody in chat said Hawks could be so good with who they have on the roster. I don't know why they absolutely blow. I think we're just kind of seeing that. You know, we're seeing that. Obviously, the best player on your team really can't be a big unless you're Joel Embiid. And I think it's also kind of hard if your best player is outside of Golden State, if your best player is a point guard, and their 2 best players are point guards, right? So that never really made sense to me. It just roster construction. So I think I definitely kind of know why they're below, and I think Trae Young and I think DeJounte Murray are really good players who are outstanding pieces on Celtics. That'd be crazy. But being the two best players on that team and the two main offensive options, I don't think that's gonna ever work.
I think Jaylen Brown. I have a hot take. I think Jaylen Brown's gonna be a Hawk.
100%.
I think
agree.
so.
That would
And
be wild. And
He's from the area.
you
who does
trade
it cost them? Is it
DeJounte Murray?
plus picks? I'm not taking that. I'm not taking.
They might lose him though. I heard something that if he makes third team All NBA, he will be back with Boston because then they're able to offer him the full Supermax because he made an All NBA team in his final year of his deal. They would be able to offer him. If he does not, there's a good chance he's gone because another team can pay him more.
Yeah,
unless they do like the sign and trade, but he wouldn't do that because he wouldn't get the full Supermax.
I said Trae Young on the Celtics would go crazy. I think I would agree. I think Trae Young might be a better fit just in Boston than DeJounte, even though under my head I think I might take DeJounte. I don't know.
You mean DeJounte all day?
Oh, yeah, DeJounte's a better for me. He's a better fit.
A better fit in Boston, you think?
Yeah.
Yep. You don't want to take the ball out of Tatum's hands the whole time.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Just DeJounte's kind of the less of the scorer and more of the the distributor rebounder guy.
Well, he's exactly what Boston they like to have. They like to have guys that could rebound, assist, play defense. Like they like guys that are just all around. You look at their plus minus; those guys are like everybody's like top 5 in the league. They like the balance.
I think the way I look at it, and we can move off from this because nobody really cares about our opinions on this thing. DeJounte Murray is kind of like a better version of Marcus Smart, and I feel like Marcus Smart is a really good fit just in that lineup. But then again, if you're losing Brown, you got to make up those points a little bit too. So yeah, either one would be great. I think maybe both are definitely a downgrade from Jaylen Brown though. So I might take both of them if I'm Boston, unless all right, there is one more game in the basketball. Clippers Suns. Paul George obviously not playing because he's a coward. I hate him. You guys got anything on this one?
I only took one bet. I took Kevin Durant over 2.5 threes at plus money. The guy's last 4 games, he shot 7 or more threes in 3 of the last 4. He had a really slow start last game. Really slow start. It's time for KD to just take over here. I mean, he's playing so passive, right? Like, you have one of the best scorers we've seen this generation, and you just have him playing passive. I don't know if that's his thing or the coaching. I don't know what it is, but he has to take over early in this game. So I'm hoping this cashes like the third quarter. I don't really want to sweat this out. But he has been shooting threes at a much better clip since he went to Phoenix. Just spreads out better like that way. Didn't really have to shoot threes when he was in Brooklyn. So we are still getting this line. This line, I was actually we used to get over 1.5 at like negative 150 or something like that. But I'll take 2.5 at plus 120, right around that range. I don't know if the line moved much, but
yeah, that's not bad, and that's exactly what I said I haven't been paying attention to. Yeah, I really haven't, but I did I did dig into these games a little bit, and that's what I've written down is a KD takeover has to be coming at some point. Yeah, you can love him or hate him. I'm not a huge fan of the guy, but he's one of the best scorers we've ever seen. And kind of had a quiet 27-point night, like where you said he was being super passive. He wasn't shooting super efficiently, and he wasn't really looking for a shot, and he still got 27. So at some point, he's got to step on the gas and take over a game. Wants to prove he can win outside of Golden State. So I like that as well. I was looking at his 40 points is plus 850, which is that just seems crazy to me that we're getting plus 850 for KD for 40 points.
The crazy thing here is he played 45 minutes and took 15 shots.
Yeah, which can't continue, right? It can't continue.
He only
Not if
hit
you want to
one
win.
basket his first rotation. I mean that
Yeah.
you can't have that. KD's got to you got to get him in a rhythm, get him early. I don't know what I really wish I was a fly in the wall in that coach's office. Like what are they talking about there?
I don't know. It's wild. Let me run you guys through this. Run you through it. Let you guys talk. And I'm gonna run something else while you guys are talking about it. Kevin
Speaking
Durant.
of
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No, go ahead. All you.
No, it was unrelated. Go ahead.
Okay. Kevin Durant, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, all to score 40 points. $1 to win $363 on.
Tatum would be the one that scares me just for the blowout factor.
Okay. That's what I was gonna run next. It'd be all 35s, but KD and Mitchell both at 40. Tatum at 35 is still $1 to win $167.
What if you throw in Kawhi Leonard 35?
Jerry, what do you? 700. That seems it's one of those things to me that seems way more value than what it should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 or 4 things that very well could happen.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell should have had like 50-something points that first game.
Mitchell's going to get his buckets, and I think Kawhi is going to have to score for that team. I don't know where else they get points from.
Do you like KD for 40 or Kawhi for 35 more?
Kawhi 35.
I think this is a KD takeover game. It has to be.
I mean, I think both of them could happen.
Okay, what about
Because
this?
Kawhi has to score, and KD's going to need to. He can't take 15 shots again.
What
All right,
about
yeah,
Mitchell for 40, and then everybody else just for 35? Tatum, Kawhi, and KD, all for 35 is plus 27,000. So $1 to win 270.
What about Mitchell 40, KD 40, Kawhi 35, and Tatum 35, or whoever you had?
Yeah, that. Oh, yeah, we ran that one. That's $1 to win. That's Kawhi 35, Tatum 35, Durant 40, Mitchell 40. That seems like that's worth a couple bucks, right? I mean, come on. I'm doing.
Are you adding the threes?
I'm not touching threes.
I mean, Donovan Mitchell scores 40. He's gonna have at least 6 or 7 threes. And it correlates. I was surprised because I ran it in. I put 40 points and 5 threes because usually with Steph Curry, the line doesn't move when you add 5 threes to 40 points. Mitchell's actually moved.
So you throw in Donovan Mitchell 40 points, 5 threes, Kawhi Leonard 35, Kevin Durant 40, Jason Tatum 35. Is that all of them? That's $1 to win $769. I'm gonna have to win $1,000 just because.
And then put in Landry Shamet.
No, too much. Damn it! How many?
I don't know. It's probably not even listed.
All right, we gotta get the hell out of here. Anything else? NBA? Any other lotto tickets? I'll tweet if you're looking for that ticket. I'll tweet it out after the show here. I did actually just put it into. It's like $1.50.
I got one more. I got one last NBA thing. We've been on them since day one. Let's go Kings.
With you. Anybody in the Western Conference to come out of there? Love to see. I'm for the Kings.
Sacrilegious. I'm a Laker fan.
I see that.
I'm good with the Lakers.
Any other? Yeah, I'd be fine. Yeah, if it's not the Kings, I'd rather be.
Did I hear today that the Lakers are the betting favorites right now to win? That can't be right? I thought I heard that when I was getting out of my car today.
Beat the Grizzlies tomorrow night?
No, to win it all. That can't be right? I thought I heard that getting out of my car just now, and I'm like, wait, what?
NBA Finals betting favorite is the Celtics plus 290, Bucks plus 310. Lakers
Maybe out of the West
plus 1600 though. West playoffs conference win. No, they're 5.5 to 1 or 2.
Maybe they said the highest betting handle, which could be because it's such a long, it's good odds. Maybe
they're
that's
1
what
point
I heard.
favorites tomorrow night.
No, I heard them to win it all. It was something to win it all. It must be betting handle. Usually they like to throw that out there, so they probably have the most money on him. It's always like that with the Yankees, Lakers, anything popular in the city.
Not crazy. 16-1. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. You're a Lakers fan. I don't think you can. Right? 20-1. Maybe I think about it.
16-1. Nah, you missed the boat already.
Yeah.
Hunter Green just got a new 6-year, $53 million contract. That could be a steal.
Yeah, that probably will.
Wow.
If he can stay healthy.
Well, I mean, we've been talking for a while, and I don't want to get too crazy into this, but like, you look at MLB contracts and the way they're going, like, locking anybody up right now at what seems today like a pretty high contract, in 5 years, it's probably not going to be that big of a contract because the
Right.
salary cap keeps going up and up and up. So, in 3 years, if he's your number 2 or 3 starter at that, even if that's a big, he's making 15 starts a year, that's probably going to be pretty high value regardless. And he also has a chance to be an ace for a long time. So, yeah, I don't remember who I was talking about that way. But anyway, all right. Any other final thoughts? Baseball, basketball, UFC. Haven't even looked at the UFC card. Golf. There's some golf this week. I didn't touch it yet.
Otani, Judge, and Vladdy all to hit 2 home runs tonight.
Just keep raising it.
Otani, Judge, Vladdy, Springer.
No, we're not betting
Can it
2
be
guys in the same. Has that happened in the last few years? 2 guys in the same team that hit 2 home runs?
I don't care.
You're nuts.
I'm taking Springer. You take Vladdy. We'll see who wins.
All right. Put your
All
house
right.
on it.
Thanks. What'd you say?
Put your house on it.
No, my wife would get mad probably.
Good.
We're out of here. This has been GoldBoys Primetime. Thank you. GoldBoys.com, Pickett Sports, Boom Fantasy. Use code GoldBoys. We're back tomorrow at 1 o'clock and at 5 o'clock. Maybe Matkafee will be here. I thought he was going to be here today, but maybe we'll get a sighting out of him. Any final thoughts, my friends? You already gave yours with that crazy parlay. All right. We're out of
I
here.
can't top that.
Have fun. Good luck.